Drill searching is easy as a key but low response. Like the link to the video will be the description below. Go in seconds. So listen to this vaccine in 3, 2, 1.
What now? Hey, Mom said you want to talk to me?
Yes.
Alright, what about?
Your car.
What about it?
I want to show you something.
Oh no, what?
Did like something happen?
No, but something could have happened. Do you see where you're pulling? You're parking here?
Yes, the spot that I was told to park.
It's too far forward.
Too far forward.
Yeah, I don't understand why. You see where see how far back my car is?
Yeah.
Yours should be equal with that. Because I have to mow here, I have to trim the grass here with the weed trimmer. You're gonna get stuff all over your car.
Oh, that's what this is about?
And not to mention that if I hit a stone, I'm not responsible. Like, you should not, why do you pull so far forward? Pull, like,
Because I'm used to doing that
right
from
here?
parking over
Right
there.
here?
Yeah.
This is where your front end should be, right here.
Okay.
That's like, what, 3 feet? Yeah, well, Tom, I come over here with the, because you know, see how the weeds grow on this side? Yeah. I come over here with the weed trimmer like this. I got to worry about hitting your car.
Why not just...
I didn't hit it too much, just a little bit.
You better not hit it at all. But why not just spray that...
Roundup?
Yeah.
I don't have any more of it. But it's...
Well, that doesn't sound like my
these
problem.
These aren't weeds. These are suicide grass, and every time I spray it, they just keep coming back.
So what, you just want me to pull further back?
3 feet. Stop about 3 feet, 2 to 3 feet.
Alright, well, I can use that one feature of my car to just pull it back whenever I notice it, but it's gonna take me some time. You know, I parked in the spot where you park for how many years?
You want to switch? I mean, then you got to deal with that tree.
I'm just saying that it's gonna take me just a bit to get used to parking a bit further back, because I never have to worry about like you need to pull the lawnmower or the weed whacker or anything.
I didn't have to worry about your other car, Tom. Your other car, if you got a little nick in there, did you care? You wouldn't have been able to tell anyway.
Yeah.
Case in point, I never had to worry about it before. Now I do, so now I need to keep better mind of it, which means it's going to take me. And you know, while we're at it,
what?
I got something that I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
A little.
Hey, Dad, welcome back from vacation. How'd it go? Fun?
What's bad?
Well, we already talked about that, but if you want to, if there's anything that you might have forgotten, then you know what. You know, I'd be willing to listen.
What?
So, about a certain Mr. Joe.
What about Mr. Joe?
He showed up here completely unannounced and got in because he has a key.
He came here unannounced for what?
He showed up and had some ribs that he was paying me back for, which that was like the only reason I probably didn't like throw him out immediately.
You're saying he stopped by the house?
No, he came to the house. He said he sent a text, but that it didn't go through for some reason, which
I do have to say,
a viable enough excuse.
His phone, I don't know what it is, but that happens a lot of times.
He said that happens with like your texts and him.
Yeah. So
that
it could be the difference. I think he has iPhone, you have an Android, so.
Right, but you'd think that, you know, showing up over our house, he would make sure that I would respond to be like, hey, yeah, sure, I'm home, or no, I'm not home, or okay, at least, right?
Well, maybe he sent it and he just was driving by the house and saw that you weren't here.
So he's texting while he was driving?
No, I'm saying maybe he sent it to you, you didn't respond. Excuse me. So he just drove over to see if you were here and everything was okay or something.
But why would he do that and not try to follow up like, hey, Tom, I don't know if you got my last text, I'm coming over, or, you know, try to call. If at that point I don't pick up, then okay.
So
as long as I know about it, it's still on me, but he didn't even try after that. He tried one text, that was it, and then he just showed up. He was in the house after I know I had the door locked.
Right.
So, you know, he has a key, and he even said he had a key.
Hold it, wait. He was in the house?
Yes.
And he has a key? I thought he gave the key back to me.
That's what I thought, but apparently not. And I thought that was to the back door. I never
went to the back door, and we have new locks on the back door, so
He came in the front.
there's no way he could come in the front, Tom.
Tell that to the locks that I had
Because
locked.
they're new locks also.
Exactly.
Doesn't make any sense.
You don't make.
Why do you think I got so freaked out?
I'll be
Yeah, well, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I'll talk to him about that. But it sounds to me like he just came over to just. From what you're saying, is he just came over to give you ribs.
Well,
Ribs.
yeah, and after
I mean, I think that's pretty nice
Pretty
of him.
good ribs.
It is.
Ribs.
Were they good?
They were pretty good ribs. I'm not
Were
gonna
they?
lie.
Dang. You got any left in the fridge?
No, I finished those off the day before you got back.
Seriously?
Ha!
Well, you know.
No ribs for you.
You know what? You could have saved me some.
Why?
You should-
There
you
were
should,
ribs you owed
send
me
me
that
some
I
ribs.
had originally bought.
It still would have been nice to have some ribs. I love ribs.
I love
Well,
ribs.
maybe if you get some ribs, I'll cook them. How about that?
I'll buy ribs so you can cook them.
Well, then you wouldn't have to cook them.
They're not that hard to cook. So,
No,
all
the
right.
ribs are so good.
So, what's your complaint now? So that Joe came over and...
My complaint is that Joe showed up completely unannounced and that he has a key to our house.
All right, I'll get to the bottom of it when I see him this week. So,
How are you so nonchalant about this?
Yeah.
I don't think it's that big a deal. I mean, he came over to do something nice for you. So it's like, I don't understand. I mean, I do find it awful strange that he was in the house and you didn't let him in.
I didn't let him in. He didn't announce his presence. He just went right into the kitchen. I heard him rummaging around in the fridge.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he drinking beer?
He got one out, but he said he was looking for the barbecue sauce.
Oh.
Which, again, valid because he was making the
But
ribs.
was it one of mine or one of...
It was one of his.
Oh, all right. I don't care then. Yeah.
don't
All right.
care.
I mean, Tom, I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, he came over and gave you ribs. Like, I think you make a mountain out of a molehill. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard that saying before. How
A
somebody,
molehill is like
somebody
little tiny,
getting
like,
into
little
our
bump like
house
this,
unannounced.
and you make it like this.
How is that not a big deal to you?
Because it's just not that big a deal to me. I'll ask him. Maybe I gave him. You know, maybe I did with one of the vacations that I went away on, and I told him, I said, "Here's the key in case there's an emergency." I mean, maybe that happened. I don't remember doing that, but I don't know.
I guess it could have happened for like an Outer Banks trip.
Yeah, so I don't know. I have no idea. I don't remember doing
Still,
that.
though, I mean, heads up that he had a key to begin with would have been nice, but
Tom, I didn't know he was coming over. I just thought that, I just think when you're telling me this, it sounds like Joe came over just to be like, "Hey, buddy, I got some
yeah, and then he
ribs
just
for
kept
you."
trying to be like, "Oh, yeah, we can keep hanging out." I kept like, he tried coming up with a way to like fix the dishwasher problem that he says what he does at work. So that he like turns it on and lets it run for like 10 seconds, which is supposed to drain the water, and he turns it off.
Did it work?
No. If anything, I think it made it a little worse.
Yeah, I think we need a new dishwasher, but
Are you sure that we do and it's not just like a clog in the drain somewhere?
it's not clogging the drain. Unless one of the wheels is on top of the hose that goes from the back of it that drains. I don't know what else it could be. But he has the exact same dishwasher that we have. I mean, exactly.
Right.
And he told me that he has the same problem. So I think it's a dishwasher.
I
There's
mean,
a flaw in it.
I don't know about that. It could just be like the drain hose or something is just a little too small. But I feel like Joe's the sort that would probably not have, or who would get problems like that very quickly. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just kind of the vibe.
All right, so do me a favor. Just could you keep your car back?
Yeah, I'll go move my car once.
Because if it gets hit with a stone, Tom, that's on you. It's not my fault.
I get that.
Or if it gets grass clippings
Yes,
on it, that's you.
I get that.
It's not
And,
me.
You know, now that I know that this is a thing,
I told you this a long time ago when you were parking the other car way forward. I'm like, you're not giving me any room.
And then you're like, oh well, you know, it's a little bit close to the other path, so you were fine with it, and you didn't need to pull through that way. It wasn't as big of an issue.
It's not about pulling the lawnmower through. It's about weed whacking.
I mean, you still never made it like a huge issue. So like
Because
now
I
that
really didn't care that much if I hit that other car, but this one I don't want to put a dent or a nick in your car.
Right, nor do I.
Right.
So now that I know that it's a bigger issue, I'll make sure to.
And also, if I
do
was you,
that.
if you're worried about it and everything, you can buy a cover for it. They make covers for those cars. I mean, you just put a cover over it, and and then you don't have to worry about it. And you wouldn't have to wash it as much, because I shouldn't say wash it as much. You wouldn't have to worry about washing it, period. Except for maybe once or twice a year if you had a cover for it. Just saying. Maybe something you want to look into.
I'll consider it.
They're nice and soft on the underneath side so they don't scratch or anything.
I certainly hope so. But...
Yeah. Alright, so are you done?
Yeah, I guess I am.
I'll talk to Joe.
Alright, I'll go pull my car back so that it's...
Yeah, back, not forward.
Yeah.
But I already mowed it, so I'm not doing it for another week.
It's
So
better...
you have until another week, so if you go
But
anywhere,
if I don't get myself into a habit of making sure that it's further back, then I'm not going to wind up doing it, and then we'll run into the same exact problem.
Yeah, by the way, did you go on any dating sites yet?
I'll get to it when I get to it. You can't rush these
I
things.
did to it when I did to it.
Because I know how you're gonna...
Answer your question.
I know how you're gonna be about it. Hey.
There was issue as a kid by low response. The link to the video will be in the description below. Go and check them out. And drop a like if you like. And comment down below if you want to see more reaction like this one. And subscribe if you're new. And click the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. Bye.